Hey guys, welcome back to Shristi Tech Academy. You all know Java Streams API was introduced in Java 8. The purpose of Streams API is to work with collection and array and perform certain operations. Have you ever worked with specialized streams that are used with primitive data types? In this video, we are going to explore about these primitive streams: IntStream, DoubleStream and LongStream. Instead of you using DSA or writing loops to find the largest number, smallest number, get the sum, calculate average, you can use primitive streams and the methods of it to perform all these operations in few lines of code. Now let us check all these methods. Let us get started. Okay guys, the specialized streams that we are going to discuss now are IntStream, DoubleStream, LongStream. IntStream works with primitive data type int, DoubleStream works with primitive data type double, LongStream works with primitive data type long. Till now we have been working with array of objects, array of wrapper classes, or list of objects and list of wrapper classes. Let's say I am having an integer array, integer square bracket numbers is equal to new integer of square bracket. Let's say I am having the values as 1, 2, 3. Now I have to convert it into a string. The method to convert an integer array into a stream is stream.of, and I can pass numbers. What will be the return type? The return type is stream of integer. See the difference? When you are working with primitive data types, it is IntStream. When you are working with objects, wrapper class objects, it is stream of integer. So let me have it as str. The same thing I am going to show what will happen if you are going to use a primitive array. Let me have a primitive array. Int square bracket marks is equal to new int of square bracket. Let me add the values 80, 90, 70, 60. Now I need to convert this marks into a stream. There are two methods available. The first method is arrays.stream. This is a generic method. It can take any primitive array as parameter. Int array, double array, d small, float array, long array, all primitive arrays. What is the return type? Based on the array type that you are passing, the return type will be an IntStream or DoubleStream or LongStream. In our case, it is int data type, so I am getting IntStream. IntStream str1. I hope it is clear. Either you can use this method. Because I know this is primitive data type, directly I can go in for a factory method, IntStream.of, by passing marks. Of course, here also the return type will be IntStream. Remember, when you are working with specialized streams, you will be using the specialized functional interface: int function, double function, long function, int predicate and so on. Okay, now directly let us jump into the coding part. These are few questions which we are going to discuss in this video. Find the marks greater than 80, find the sum and average, find the maximum number in an array, find the minimum number in an array, find the even numbers between a range and square it. Now let us try it out. Okay, I have created a class. First, as we discussed, I just want to show you the difference. Let me create an integer array. Integer square bracket numbers is equal to new integer of curly braces 1, 2, 3. Now I need to convert it into a stream. The method is stream.of. So I can pass numbers directly. Now I will keep the cursor here. See the return type, it is stream of integer. Okay. Now let me comment this. Let us work with our primitive streams. First let me create a primitive array. Int square bracket numbers is equal to new int of square bracket 10, 20, 30. Now we need to convert it into a stream. So the method is arrays.stream. So this is a generic method. you can pass any primitive array as parameter. In our case, it is int array. See the return type, it is IntStream. If you are passing a double array, the return type is DoubleStream. These are specialized streams. If you are passing an object array, integer object array, you can use the same method for integer object also. See the return type, it is stream of t. In our case, this is what we need. The return type is IntStream. IntStream str1 is equal to. This is one way of creating IntStream. There is also one other method, str equal to IntStream dot of, by passing your array, by passing numbers. See the return type, here also it is IntStream. Okay, you can use any of these methods. If you want to go in for specific method, use IntStream.of. If you want to use a generic method, use arrays.stream. Arrays.stream can be used with object array also. Fine. Now let us try the questions one by one. Okay. The first question is find the marks greater than 80. First let me create an array. Int square bracket marks is equal to new int of square bracket. Let me add few values. We need to convert the array into a stream. So the method is IntStream.of. Now as usual we can use the intermediate operations. The intermediate operation that we need now is filter. Dot filter. See the parameter of filter method. It is predicate. If you are working with objects array or list of objects, then you will be getting predicate. And see the return type also, it is IntStream. So let us give the condition. Mark greater than 80. So let me add one more mark which is greater than 80. After this let us print the values directly. So let me use the method for each. See the parameter for each, it is int consumer. In a normal scenario it is consumer, here it is int consumer. One by one value is coming in, I just have to print it sys m. Okay, you can use this or go in for method reference. Now let me run this. Here we have got the output. I hope you can see this 90 and 96. Now let us try the next question. Find the sum and average. We will work with the same array, int marks array. Okay. First step is you need to convert it into a stream. So the method is IntStream.of marks. On this I can directly call the aggregate operations. Sum, average, max and min. Let me show it to you. Dot sum. See the return type, it is int. If you have to calculate the average, you can use the method dot average. Here the return type is optional double. If you are working with stream of objects or stream of integer, stream of double D capital, in that scenario the return type will be optional angle bracket integer or optional angle bracket double. But here this is also a part of specialized class. Not optional, but it is optional double. Okay. Now first we need sum. The return type is a simple int value. Int sum is equal to sys sum. Okay, let us find the average also. Int stream dot of by passing marks dot average. The return type is an optional double. Always check the optional before printing it. Optional double. OPT is equal to. In the next line, check if OPT dot is present. If it is present, then print the value. Sys OPT dot get. Enter. Let me write the logic in the next line. Sys OPT dot get as double. If you are working with objects, the method is get. Here it is get as double. Okay. It's not necessary that you have to use this method. You can work with any method of optional. Okay. Now let us run this. Let me add a dummy println statement in between. Let me run this. Okay. The first one is the sum. The second one is the average. Now let us try the third question. Find the maximum number. Again, this is also a very simple question. The method that we are going to use is max, dot max. See the return type, it is optional int. So get it in an optional int. OPT is equal to. This time let us use a different method of optional. Import optional int first. OPT1 dot if present. It takes int consumer as parameter. Directly let me use method reference. See how easy and simple this logic is. If you are working with DSA or if you are using loops, how will you do it to find the maximum number? You need to iterate through the for loop. Then you have to create a temporary variable with the largest value. Check each and every element of the array with that largest value, and finally you will find the highest number. That is the largest number. Here in one single line we have completed the code. Right. So guys, if you are developers, it is mandatory that you should know how to work with Streams API. That is very, very important. The maximum number is 96. Similarly, let us find the minimum number. I don't have to even tell you, the method will be obviously min. IntStream.offMarks.min. The return type is an optional int. Now directly here only I am going to print it. Dot if present. If the value is present, print it. So use method references. That's it. In one single line, we are finding the smallest number in an array. Think of a scenario, how many lines of code that you will be writing when you are using the traditional for loop to find the smallest number. Okay. So get yourself challenged. Try to do more questions using Streams API. This is the choice of interviewers now. The last question. Find the even numbers between a range and square it. So this time let us use a LongStream. Till now we have been working with IntStream. Now let us try with LongStream. LongStream dot. There is a method called range which is used with primitive streams. So here let me call the method range. There are two methods. So the parameter for the first method is long start inclusive comma long end exclusive. It means the last number will be excluded. Okay. If you want to include the last number also, then use range closed. Now this time let me use the first method range 10 comma 20. 10 will be included, 20 will be excluded. I need to find the even numbers. So let me use the method dot filter. Now it takes long predicate. One by one number is coming inside. I need to check whether it is divisible by 2 or not. By 2 double equal to 0. So I am getting even numbers. After getting the even numbers, I am supposed to square it. Whenever you want to convert a number from one type to another type, you need to use map method. Dot map. See this, it is taking long unary operator. We are going to use this method only. One by one number is coming in. I need to square it. Number star number. Then after that, we need to print it. Till now we have been using for each. Let us see, is there any other method which will convert it into an iterator? I can iterate and print it. If you are working with streams, iterator method is available, which is a terminal operation. So here also let me use the method iterator. See the return type of iterator, it is off long. Now let us get it in off long. The moment I use off long, you can notice that the same interface name is available in different packages. Which one will you choose? Java.util.primitive iterator, splitterator, stream.node. Of course, lang we will not select. Stream.node.builder, stream.sync. So these many packages are having one interface with the same name. So how to choose which is the correct one? Let me just show it to you. Keep the cursor here. Control space. I'll remove this. Keep the cursor here. Automatically it is showing you the return type which is off long. Click on this. It will show you from which package this off long is. It is from java.util.primitive iterator. So you can just add that. So this is the package that we need. Okay. Now let me add it. Off long. Control space. Select it. If it is not available, manually you go and type it. Off long it equal to. What next? We need to iterate it and print it. Use while loop. While iterate with iterator. I don't have to downcast it to long. Number 1. So number 1. So here I am trying to find the even numbers between 10 and 20, squaring it and printing it. Let me add a dummy println statement in between. 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. What if I want to include 20 also? Then I can use the method range closed. Save, run it. 400 also is coming now. So I hope it is clear. We have seen how to work with IntStream, LongStream. Same way you can work with DoubleStream also. DoubleStream dot off. I can pass the values directly. Rather than creating an array and passing it, let me pass the values directly. 10.2, 20. Now I want to calculate the sum of all these numbers. So directly I can use the sum method. The return type is double. If you are using average, the return type will be optional double. And if you are using max, the return type will be optional double. Why? The data type is double. In the previous case, we got it as optional int. That is the difference. So let me get the sum alone. Just to show you how to use DoubleStream. Double sum1 is equal to. Okay. Here we have got the sum of all the numbers in the DoubleStream. I hope it is clear. Okay guys, I hope it is clear. In this video, we have learned about primitive streams. We have seen few examples of these primitive streams. In a real-time scenario, when you want to work with primitive arrays, you need to use specialized streams. Please try to do more examples on Streams API. I have been adding few shorts on these Streams API. Do watch that and let me know your feedback. I also have one more announcement to make. I am starting with a Java full stack batch commencing from last week of September. If you guys are interested to join the session together with me to learn Java full stack, please do check out the description. You can click on the link and share your details. My team will connect with you. That's all for today. Thank you. See you in the next video.